You know, at 3AW, you know you've made it when you have your picture on the wall. In St Kilda, for the detectives, you know you made it when there's a caricature of yourself in the toilet at the Gatwick Hotel, which is what has happened with Senior Detective Murray Gentner. There's a number of comments under that which are not all that flattering from the people he's locked up over the journey. So it's our pleasure to announce that Murray Gentner is in fact the Detective of the Year. By way of background, this is a bloke with virtually close enough to a photographic memory. You can look at a bit of crime scene vision or CCTV TV and just go, oh, well, that's the bloke down the road, and go and lock him up. An example was there was an armed robbery in Chapel Street, $800 taken by somebody armed with a firearm, and he looked at the vision and said, that bloke's quite portly. I doubt very much whether he's a drug addict. I suspect he may be a gambling addict. So he just wandered off to the local pokies, and there was the offender playing the pokies, which he grabbed and was arrested. So it's our pleasure to introduce the Detective of the Year live to us.
Senior Detective Murray Gentner of the St Kilda CIU. Good morning to you, Murray, and congratulations.
Good morning. Thanks a lot for that.
I've got a question, Murray. Would you be any good without CCTV footage?
Sometimes.
Murray,
It does help a lot.
you've done a fair bit of work on a particular ethnic group of gangsters connected back to the late lamented Nick Radav, heavily involved in everything from organised shop stealing to abductions and so on. How on earth did you manage to get into that area?
I think it was just over time, it was sort of a plan over a few years just to chip away at sort of the underlings and the lower grasps of that group, which are probably a bit more vulnerable and a bit easier for us to sort of turn and help our side. So sort of eventually just chipping away at them, more and more information came back, and eventually more and more sort of you can convert some sources over to help us, and just a sort of whole lot of information comes through as well from other associates, and you just sort of start being able to paint a picture, sort of a join the dots type picture.
St Kilda would be a fairly difficult place to police because of the transient nature of the population there. Are there any special skills you need in that area?
Well, you're largely dealing with people that suffer from mental illness, so we do get a lot of crimes that either the offender or the victim or both of them are suffering mental illness. So you certainly got to try and learn to communicate with those people. They're a little bit different to sort of your everyday citizen. So it's a matter of trying to identify their personality and try and deal with them in a way that they'll respond.
You get a fair bit of training with that working at St Kilda CIU, just in the office, I would have thought.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Would
I think people say when they speak to me that they probably get a good training lesson just there and then.
Would the gentrification of St Kilda have changed the profile of the type of crime that's being committed there, say away from prostitution and drugs, more to, say, burglaries?
The gentrification has probably reduced the actual volume from what it was, say, 10, 15 years ago, but it's still very diverse. There's a very broad spectrum of offences that occur in St Kilda. It's probably not like any other area in that respect. But the actual diversity is still there. Like there's so many support services in the area, so many boarding houses that there's always going to be the red light district. There's always going to be the boarding house scene.
Speaking of which, Senior Detective, Sly used the expression Gatwick Private Hotel. I'm not familiar with it. I assume that I won't find it in the compendium called Small Luxury Hotels of the World.
No, you won't, but there has been the occasional backpacker that's booked it from overseas and realised where they
Got
are.
a rude awakening, have they?
Yeah.
Murray, congratulations.
No worries. Thanks a lot for that.